I was invited to come to Rijeka 2 years ago, a year and a half now, I think, to do a work on the lukobrana. And I'm not from here, so I only had my first impressions. But one of the things I wanted to do was incorporate some of the people that live in Rijeka. I wanted to make almost like a platform for their voices. So this work is about taking two elements that are very simple: sheep from outside and the lukobrana, put them together to make some kind of energy. And then it was about taking the vuna, or the wool, and giving it to these artists, something super simple. And the idea was about transformation. They would take the wool and take their vision and make something with it. It's the same way I look at the lukobrana. It's an opportunity to transform. So I guess this work is a lot about transformation. Bringing the sheep here to transform the field, making a kind of a outdoor art gallery, and then also these artists, each one of them makes a transformation with the wool.
Are you satisfied with their work?
Yeah, that's one of the best things is there's not one piece in this show that I don't like. And I think each one tells an important story, a different story. And that didn't have to happen because I didn't know any of these artists before. Somehow I found them all, and each one of them took this challenge and made something great. So what a good surprise, you know? For me, this is a unique situation to have a public space that's brand new for a city, especially on the waterfront. So I think depending on how Rijeka deals with this public space, it could be an indicator or a test of what is going to come in the future, because I think it's almost like a blank slate and a really unique opportunity. So there's a lot of open buildings in Rijeka now that were old industry, and I think the lukobrana, the same thing. So depending on what happens here, it could drive Rijeka into a different direction. So I think it's a really good thing to start focusing here, and I'm glad the show is able to happen.
Yes, I think Matthew's idea for working with wool really had to do with the fact that the industry here is really changing. There was this sort of very hard, concrete, industrial heritage here in Rijeka, and he thought it would be interesting to bring part of the sort of agricultural heritage to this space, to give it sort of a softer element, to give it sort of this a different way of looking at what the space can be and what it can be about, and just to make people think differently, people see differently and have a different way of looking at the city from the pier and so on.
U ovoj priči danas na lukobranu ja se predstavljam sa svojim radom, ovom filcanom tapiserijom koja je prijenos onog šta more napravi na stjenki lukobrana, dakle školjke, naslage, trave, na koji način to sve izvesti od vune. To je meni bio izazov i to sam ovdje napravila, ali da to ne bi samo bilo zanimljiv rad, ja sam htjela da svi ljudi na neki način sudjeluju u tome, da čuju o vuni, da sami isprobaju nešto isfilcati, da onda im se malo prošire vidikci o vuni i o cijeloj ovoj priči.
Evo, imate pomagače ovdje?
Pa ove cure su evo vrijedne i super im je ovo ispalo. Inače ja vodim udrugu Ruta sa otoka Cresa i mi već 12 godina radimo projekte vezane uz vunu. I ono što nam nekako dobro ide, s čime smo jako zadovoljni, a to je način na koji smo animirali djecu i mlade da sudjeluju na kreativnim radionicama i da sami rukama izrađuju predmete od vune.
Dobro sam u stvari ovdje jedno mjesto koje nije trebalo puno intervencije da bi znači postigao nekakvu energiju. To je u stvari sve što je ovdje je na neki način ukro iz prirode, znači iz svijeta, iz civilizacije, jer ovo mjesto bez moje instalacije i sadrži sigurno nekakvih 70% te energije koju sad ovdje u stvari imamo. U većinu se bazira na nekim jeftinim recikliranim materijalima koji su samo u stvari premješteni iz jednog mjesta na drugo, koji nemaju neku vrijednost, tržišnu vrijednost, a u ovom slučaju su poslužili da stvarno su poslužili maksimalno. U tom smislu, evo ovdje ta ovčja vuna, pa mreža od koče, onda nekakav linoleum, znači sve ništa od cijele te elegancije u stvari nije temeljeno na nekom ekskluzivnom materijalu, to je sve u stvari dosta loš materijal, ali u konačnici sa tim jednim dodirom, oblikovanjem, sve se da u stvari jako vedero nekako izmodelirati. I u tom smislu U tom smislu ovo mjesto ne nosi nikakvu poruku, nikakvu poruku koja bi na taj simboličan način promijenila nekakvo društveno mnijenje ili nešto, nego samo, znači, na neki način uređuje jedan mali dio svijeta.